Howdy, everyone. This is LaRonda here. This video, which isn't coming clear at the moment, is entitled Let's Get Technical, meaning let's get technical jobs where we can start our own businesses in the future. The first young man I'm showing is an architect. I created him in 2018 when I lived in Vancouver. After listening to a broadcast on YouTube, I was encouraged to create people with technical jobs. This young man back here is in one of my short stories. His name is Micro. He owns a Chevrolet dealership. In my book, he's one of the first bronze men to own a dealership, and that little guy right there is called Roscoe. You'll probably see him in several of my videos. But this is Micro. He repairs cars and sells cars. He's a small business owner. And that's what I would like to be. Even at my age, I still have desires too. Now, this next young man I created, I called him General John Grant. If you're going to go into the military with your technical skills so you won't be out there on the field. Now, General Grant looks mighty fine in his uniform with his medallion around his neck. Forgive me, veterans, I forgot what that's called at the moment. Now, I'm going to get a lot of pushback on this next comment. I don't agree with women being in the military. If you are going to be in the military, be in the office. I just don't think we should be with those men out there on the battlefield. Maybe as a nurse or a doctor, but no. And next is Lola. She's a musician. She writes her own music and sings. And that's a skill that a lot of us have. And it's a useful skill. Those are instruments that I've made except for the first one that's facing us. The others are ones I created. The next gentleman is a saxophone player. And again, I'll keep reiterating that we need to learn how to play a musical instrument. That acoustical guitar that you saw there facing us, I've got to learn to play that. My grandson downloaded an app, so it's tuned now. So now I just got to get the guts to jump on it and start playing. And those are my jazz players in the back. I love jazz music. I was turned on to jazz by a young man on YouTube. And those are my jazz players. Let me pan back around here and pick up my medical team. And several of my short stories, my medical team members are young. They graduated high school early and started in medical school. So we need more of us. When I say us, the bronze and black people taking technical jobs like that. This is a young lady. She's a medical doctor. And she's just a short woman. She's one of my characters in my books, and she is short. And this is a young kid that has graduated medical school already. And he's in my short stories at the Cupcake Clinic. That's one of my fake clinic, the Cupcake Clinic. Just like this jazz band is playing in my fake wannabe jazz and coffee club. Now we're moving to an undercover police officer. Officer Rashad T. Grant, undercover. We need more of us in the police field. And I'll get back to that in just a moment. The young man back here with the fedora. Oh, and you'll notice that a couple of my gentlemen here have fedoras. I think men look so handsome in fedoras. Those are my favorite hats. He's a joint owner with me in my jazz and coffee club. His name is Alfredo in the background there, in his black and silver fedora. The next gentleman is chief of police. He rose up through the ranks. He's in one of my stories. He's police commissioner Rutile. And his lovely wife is just district attorney. It's just beautiful. And the next young man is, I went back to the old school police officers. The boys in blue, I like those. I just love those boys in blue. Because now they got I call them the black attacks. The guys that are the police officers that wear the black uniforms. And over here, we're going back to a surgeon in the medical field. I just can't stress enough, folks. We need more medical doctors that look like us. That would be so nice. Musical instrument in the back. I would love to learn to play. That I made. A nurse. We need more nurses. Please. Nurses are some of my favorite people. I've worked with many nurses in medical clinics, in the office support staff. And that's another young lady that's graduated medical school early. And she's practicing at the cupcake clinic. I can't talk, so sorry. And we pan back here. Here comes the judge and his fedora. He was a lawyer. We need lawyers, folks. And he rose up in one of my stories to be one of the youngest bronze lawyers in his city. Gentleman next to him is defense attorney. Again, we need lawyers, folks. And this next gentleman is a teacher, instructor. We need teachers, people to go into the teaching field. And here is another medical doctor, and behind him is a surgeon. She's all ready to take care of business. And so is my doctor with his cup of coffee and his trusted nurse. I went back to the, forgive me, her dress is all crookedy here, to the old style of clothing from my nurses and that hat. I just love those outfits. Too bad you girls can't wear those anymore. They probably aren't, what do you call that word? Comfortable enough to be wearing now. But, I just love those old outfits. And she is quite lovely. So basically, folks, this is a video to encourage the black and bronze people to take technical jobs. We need technical support, especially now during this plague that we're under. The COVID-19, excuse me. We need medical people on the front lines. We need lawyers, police officers, small business owners. Open up small businesses that won't shut down when we have something like this happen. We still need our music to keep us from scratching our hair out of our heads. Thank you for joining me on Let's Get Technical. Adios.